Hello friends, we're continuing our design tour of Italy with Sicis, and we're in a town called Civitanova. It's a resort town on the Adriatic coast. There are two places here that interest us. The first, Ghibli Hotel. This hotel opened in 2022 and became the first modern four-star hotel here in Civitanova. The architect was Marco Lucci, and he created quite an elegant space in my opinion, because by and large nothing here is shouting for attention. But if you look closely at the details, you can see how well everything is made, how brilliantly the finishes and furnishes have been chosen. The Sicis panel is in fact one of these details as well. First of all, there's the now famous, one could even say iconic, Shades series. That is a series of images featuring sunglasses. And these are always different models. To be honest, I haven't seen a single one repeated yet. So it really is a work of art. You could say a painting brought to life through mosaic. At the same time, it's combined with the innovative material vitrit, which serves as the background and in fact forms the lenses of the sunglasses on the models. And of course, the same artistic canvases, the same artistic images. We see them in the reception area. Here we are, surrounded by swimmers, divers, performing various acrobatic stunts and diving into this turquoise. That is the Adriatic Sea, once again made from the vitrit material. Here, it's worth noting just how many shades the mosaic has, which allow for such precise, picturesque and, one might even say, at times, realistic depiction. These very images. Right now, at this very moment, Sicis remains the only company in Italy that still produces its own mosaics. Right here. Unfortunately, all the others have already moved their production to some third countries. And perhaps it is precisely because all the expertise is concentrated here, right on the homeland of Ravenna mosaics. Moreover, each bedroom is masterfully rendered unique by a backlit wall of vitrite gem glass. Every room embraces its own distinct artistry, a signature design that vibrates with the shifting light, gently breathing life into the space. There's a second place here. It's the Gabbiano, a seaside restaurant. And there too, you'll find a similar artistic panel. Well, there, of course, you'll find a fantastic underwater world with all its inhabitants. It's also an artistic mosaic, carefully selected and arranged. These very shades make, in this case, you could even say, the picture look truly appetizing. And I became really curious as to why this blue, azure design, this underwater world panel, was paired with such ochre, brownish shades of vitrite. I thought about it, and then by chance I discovered the answer, me friends. It's the surf, the shoreline, and the gentle ripple of small pebbles, the very same pebbles that make up the local beach. So friends, we have now moved to the opposite coast to the Apennine Peninsula, to the Tyrrhenian Sea on the Tuscan shore. And here, in the little place called Venturina, there is a thermal resort. At the beginning of the 2000s, it was renovated, and it was during this renovation that the team from Sicis took part. And since we're talking about historic thermal baths, where Roman legionaries used to relax after battles, the aesthetics also fit in. It matches accordingly. Marble mosaic has been used here. A marble mosaic in the typical shades of Italian marble. First and foremost, that's Botticino and Ulsan, Rosso Verona, and of course Verde Alpi. And this combination of three very elegant colours gives us the feeling of truly ancient Etruscan baths. Naturally, to support this story of antiquity, ancient patterns and decorative elements are used. Well, first and foremost, there's the meander border. But still, the main quality of marble for me is that it ages exceptionally beautifully. Just look at what an elegant patina it develops. It has developed this over just a few years of use, and as a result, it only looks more authentic. Mosaic is used inside the thermal complex. It's also used in the pool for decorating various waterfalls with thermal water. Accordingly, where there are more curved surfaces, a smaller format is used, whereas on larger areas, a bigger format is used. And the layout is both traditional, the usual one, and the so-called herringbone pattern, which somewhat resembles parquet flooring. And of course, octagons with small insert. Overall, I must say, the atmosphere at this resort is very relaxing. You can take baths in thermal water, sit in the sauna, or get a refreshing sensation after heating up in the experience shower. And generally, it should be said that with such an ancient history of various thermal baths and resorts here, naturally, finishing materials were used there. First and foremost, marble's probably the oldest finishing material. For Italians, for Italy as the descendants of the Etruscans and Romans, a certain tradition of working with materials has developed, particularly with mosaics. Having these traditions, having this code embedded in their DNA, Italians have developed a very refined sense of taste for all materials, and especially for mosaics. And perhaps that is precisely why everyone else, who does not have such a rich tradition, can only imitate, but will never be able to do it the same way. On our way south, we'll make a brief stop in the town of Viterbo. It's very difficult to make sense of the modern buildings because they're all so monotonous and dull. But there is one project here that deserves attention. It's the renovation of a standard building like this, with the cladding of the facades, giving it a fresher and more elegant appearance. And of course, the material Sicis was also used here. In this case, it's vitrite. It was used to decorate the central part of the building. In front of us is the canyon design, which here is done in a matte finish. And this decorative element is also illuminated. It's quite bright now, but when it gets dark, the lights come on and the building looks even more festive. And this detail also serves as a kind of navigational element. It should be said that now here they also proposed quite an interesting mounting system. That is, it's a floating system. Vitrite has a low coefficient of thermal expansion. Is a wonderful material to use for outdoor applications. It doesn't fade, it's not afraid of humidity, it's not affected by precipitation, and it retains its aesthetic qualities indefinitely for a long time. It is also important to note that vitrite can be used not only as a decoration, but also as a structural element. That is, for example, it can be used as a railing for these balconies or stairs. It's bent to a certain size, and then the decoration of the facade can be made even more exquisite. They say all roads lead to Rome. And so, our road has brought us to Rome in our design tour with the company Sicis. It has brought us right to the centre, to Piazza Navona, directly opposite the Church of St. Agnes. In Agony, Baramini and Bernini's Fountain of the Four Rivers is the next project, the last one on our journey, which we will see. This is Lifestyle Suite, a project that was realised by the architect Giovanna Guarino. Now, as for the design, here Giovanna worked very closely with the company Sicis. They were instrumental in bringing many creative concepts to life, specifically regarding the finishes. Both over Piazza Navona and the whole of Rome, there is also a bar here. It is finished with vitrite material, both with and without backlighting. The Onigem collection is utilised throughout this space, which is Sicis' exquisite artistic interpretation of the natural onyx pattern, available in two distinct and vibrant shades, green and emerald. Also in bar, we see a mural by Jose Luis Messes, a student and no less than himself, Juan Amiro. And of course, the furniture here was also made specifically for this bar. With all the competencies that the company Sicis possesses, the junior suite is decorated quite elegantly. As for the bathroom, it is finished with traditional Italian Botticino marble, but the shower area is clad in Sicis mosaic from a custom mix, with the option of an antique edge to maintain a connection with the history of the place. Among these 13 rooms, there are several of an even higher category, but first and foremost, there is the presidential suite. And there are also 2 more suites. They have a slightly different finish. There, mosaic is used in places with a very interesting structure and a distinctive random pattern. And in a number of the different rooms, exquisite artistic mosaic tiling has been used, meticulously laid out in a beautiful peacock tail pattern. And of course, the material vitrite is also used in the presidential suite. Friends, I hope our journey through Italy has inspired you. If you haven't seen the first episode, be sure to watch it, because there were also many very interesting and striking projects there. Of course, I would highly recommend that you visit Italy, enjoy its incredible beauty, and take in the magnificent ancient monuments, the stunning medieval landmarks, and the many fascinating sites of modern history. You can immerse yourself in this history endlessly. I invite you to take a closer look at their unique philosophy, their truly amazing materials for finishing, and of course their wonderful interior collection. And of course, do remember that now it's not simply about standard solutions, but rather about bespoke solutions that are perfectly suited for you and your individual project. And I think that this definitely makes this company unique.